Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kudare Clubhouse, season number 9. Another long day. No school, which means that we're working extra hours, long day, which is pretty nice. Today we have we still got new members. I can't believe that we still got newcomers, first timers. We're gonna introduce ourselves from my left to my right. Give me your name and your age.
My name is Christopher, and I am 9 years old.
Christopher needs a tea with lemon and a cough drop. Go ahead.
My name is Gavin Nathaniel Daniels. I've been on all the podcasts.
This guy gets the whole government.
And I am 10 years old.
All right. Welcome to the podcast again. Next.
Hi, my name is Emiliana, and I'm 10 years old.
Welcome. And you also need a little tea or something.
Hi, my name is Davina, and I've been on a lot of podcasts.
All right. So we got a whole bunch of...
And how old are you?
I'm 10, of course.
Right. I also been on a lot of podcasts.
We got a whole bunch of... Yeah, well, you don't listen to the podcast, so stop it. Today, who wants to tell the people what's our... No raising hands. Just talk. Who's telling people what's our podcast about?
Today we are doing a podcast about veterans.
Yeah,
No,
Day.
it's actually the importance of a
Of
veteran.
veterans.
Well, Veterans Day, the importance of today.
They're literally the same thing to me.
Besides having the day off, which that's all you guys care about, a day off of school. It is an important day. It is a day to
honor.
celebrate, to honor.
The
All right.
people that died for us. The
And
veterans. The people that fought for our country. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
people that from our
Exactly.
country, the people that protect our Constitution.
The
You know
people that protect what we have.
Yeah, and not your parents. I'm talking about the people that
Yeah.
wear uniform and go out there and go to war.
Now they're just going to do cyber wars. Now they're not even going to really do
Have
any
you,
wars.
have
Now
you
they're just
watched
going
the
to use
news?
computers to hack.
Have you watched the news?
There's a lot going on with
Guys, drop into our
Yeah.
topic.
I watched
Around the world.
I don't think that there's ever been a time where there's not a war.
I
somewhere.
know.
I feel like Africa feels so weird
Ukraine
being in
is
the
having a
middle
war.
of every
Yeah.
war.
They're what? They're in the middle of every war?
Yeah, Africa's
They are?
basically in the middle of every single war, and they feel so weird. I think.
Right now, there's a war in Ukraine.
Russia.
There's usually not a lot of
Israel.
wars. Israel. So there's usually not a lot of wars. Like let's say on our
Side.
side. It's usually in Europe. But in North America, there's usually not too many wars. Like Canada's not fighting
Yeah,
nobody.
I understand
United
that.
States,
Yeah,
if they
you're right.
are, they're abroad in somewhere else. Mexico's
Yeah,
not
and they're
fighting
usually
nobody.
just sending
Wait, you know
people
what's crazy?
stuff.
So you see, like our president, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
He
Donald
wants to have a war.
with China.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he wants to have a war with China.
China makes a lot of things that we got from.
So exactly.
Yeah, but
And
China.
he also
But China's always spying on
and
us.
he also wants to make the purge. He wants to make a purge
Wait, I have a
for
question.
the
What
people.
the
And what about
hell?
TikTok?
Who did you vote for, Mr. Ish?
Not for Trump.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kamala.
They say the people that
No,
are
come on.
Hispanic here.
Yo, you have to give each other a chance to talk.
They say here Kamala
Go,
Harris
Mr.
won.
Javon.
Yes, she did.
Okay, how we went from the presidential
The veteran.
Okay.
to veterans. Let's
The
stick with one
electoral
topic.
college.
Let's stick with one topic. Today we're doing the veterans and the importance. We'll go around. I don't know if everybody here had somebody in their
Yes.
family.
I
My dad,
Sorry.
served. He served in the Vietnam War. That's the one that was in the 60s, 70s, and he was in the Navy. He was in USS America.
My great
That was his
That's
his
great.
ship. Anybody else has somebody that was who was it?
My dad and my nephew.
Your dad and your nephew.
My dad is in the army and my nephew's in the marine.
Maybe my grandpa. He used to be in a war, and his arm got ended up ripping off.
So it got amputated? Like you don't have an arm? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
My great grandpa. He was in the
And he
Navy.
died.
My
He was in the Navy.
uncle. My uncle's in the Air Force.
And I
Force.
think my uncle too. I don't know.
And he
You don't know.
died.
But I
soon
just know
after.
my grandpa.
And he's one of those jet flyers. He's not one of those people that fix the jets or just sit around there.
Oh, he's a pilot.
Yeah, he's a pilot and he's flying around like Maverick.
Like Top Gun.
I wonder what the world
And,
looked
my-
like when it was in war. Like,
And my
how
grandpa, he
messed
ended
up
up
it
dying
was.
after.
He died. He didn't die at war. He died afterwards
Yeah, he died after.
from his injuries. Yo, that's another thing that sometimes,
Sorry for your loss.
these veterans, they come back and they need a lot of support. They need a lot of medical help and stuff like that. So we have to be very supportive for people that put their lives on the line for our country,
For our country
to
and our
protect
lives.
us, to make sure that, we could go to sleep and close our eyes and not have to worry about someone
Nothing.
invading our country. The little things like that in other countries is not like that.
It's much more different.
And that's what
Yeah, people hear sirens, and that means the missiles are coming. We don't have none of that here.
So while
Yeah.
That's
while I
the
was
Missiles
watching
becoming
the
missiles. Ow.
what is
Yeah.
it?
There's a bunch of other kids that can enjoy their lives because of the
Yes.
wars that's going on, like Ukraine or Palestine.
Palestine. So Palestine,
My
right?
friend, one of my friends are from Palestine, and half of her family
Pass away.
died
Wow.
That is crazy.
in
because of all the
Palestine,
bombs that they were putting.
like
crazy.
there's a lot of kids that can't go to school, and my mom showed me a video off Instagram, and I was crying my tears out because the kids don't get the same opportunity to learn new things in life.
That's
Yeah.
why we have to
we
be
do.
grateful for the things we have, right, Brandon?
Yeah, we have to be extremely grateful. I mean, we I don't know if any of you guys have ever traveled to another country.
Yes, I have.
So when
I
you
have. I've been
when you travel to another country and you see what they have and you see how poor some countries are, it's really incredible because it should humble you and make you feel like, wow, when I say I don't have something,
I really have a lot.
I have a lot. Like some people don't have running water,
That's crazy.
and we could turn on the faucet and leave it on.
That's
Some
crazy.
people
for
have
real.
drought.
Some people don't have clean
Yes.
water. Like they
And that's
can't
why
get to
Mr.
it.
Beast put 1,000 wells in Africa.
Hey, everything helps.
Thousands.
Waka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everything
but
else.
today I really want to talk about as I went to a different country and I'm seeing how people aren't really getting the opportunity to learn, go to school, clean water, not getting really to eat. And it was sad because like I have so much and they don't really have nothing. So it's like if all these wars are going on, what's the point of even fighting in the war if other countries are not gonna have the same thing you're gonna have?
And not only that, you know what? Our government spends, oh my God, trillions of dollars on military, just protecting
yeah,
our
and it's
borders,
protecting other people.
protecting other countries. When there's wars, like right now, what we were talking about.
We're getting in
Europe,
the middle of other countries' wars, and
We
then we're
always-
getting involved.
We're always in the
And
middle
then if
of
someone
everything.
sends a missile on our turf, then we're gonna get mad, even though it's our fault.
Well, we get involved in everything because we're like the big brother. We got to protect smaller places, like
Yeah,
Ukraine
and
being
then
one
the
of them.
big brother just gets attacked by the mom.
Yeah, we used to have like just two big countries. There used to be like America and Russia, and then Russia kind of like during the Cold War kind of went down. But now we have China, we have North Korea. Someone is tapping the desks. We have North Korea. We have a lot of countries that are
And a lot of states.
kind of bitter.
We have
So-
50
North Korea
states.
is trying
Japan is
to nuke
basically
us.
the opposite of everything.
Basically.
What is?
So today we got to be grateful for the people that go out there. They don't ask any questions. They put on a uniform. They do what they're told
And go to war.
and fight for our country or fight for our rights or fight for our freedoms, whether it's here, whether it's in another country, whether it's somebody else's freedom.
Yeah.
We're always in the mix and we fighting for somebody's freedom. So, we got to give them a shout out. I don't know if we can salute them.
Shout out to the Rock.
I don't have a salute, but thank you guys. Because
Shout out to
at-
the
at the
people
end of the
that
day-
are in the army.
Shout out to all the armies that for our world and how we get
Shout out to all
Rest
the
in
people
peace
that,
to the people that died for us.
REPD.
shout out to the people that got us our food. Shout out to the people that fight for our country. Shout out to everybody that fought for us.
Okay, we have 4 people here.
W.
Everybody, give a shout out to one of the branches of the military. What's your branch that you're gonna shout out?
I want to shout out to the Navy.
Navy. That's it. That's what we're talking about. The big ships, the ones that take care of all that stuff.
Shout out to the Air Force.
Air Force, my man
Air
Glavin.
Force.
That's where his uncle's fighting the. He's one of the pilots, so he's out there. So we got. What was yours again?
Navy.
We got Navy. We got the Air Force. What's yours?
Shout out to the Marines.
To the Marines. That's the ones that go in there first. They're like Call of Duty. The Marines are Call of Duty. That's what you got to think of. They're in there for everything.
I have COD Mobile.
Well, okay, Call of Duty. What? Nah, I said Call of Duty, fam. So the Marines. What's yours?
Shout out to the Army.
Then we shout out the Army already?
No. Shout out to the Army.
All right,
Artefino.
shout out to the Army, man. I give you a little shout out to the Army.
Sorry.
The sad,
Excuse you.
Sorry,
No, no,
Coast
shout out
Guards. We're not.
Yeah,
putting
shout
a
out to Coast
out
Guard
for you.
too.
Shout out to Coast Guard.
Shout out to all
the
of them.
sad part
Shout out to
about
Camu.
the sad part about Veterans Day is that people have to like fight for our world, but also some people have to die by fighting our world.
Have you guys ever seen pictures of
People dead and stuff.
No, of the cemetery for the soldiers?
Yes.
You see how? Not for
I've been
nothing.
there.
I haven't been there, but you see how beautiful it looks.
Yeah.
Like everything is like all the
I wonder how
crosses,
much they
like whatever
cost.
angle you see it is. All, it's like really,
Really pretty.
It's really humbling.
Yo,
and it's
tell
really,
me
it's really
about
pretty,
there
though.
was a church that burned down. You want to know the craziest part?
Right.
The cross stayed up the whole time.
That's
telling you.
really sad because
It's I'm telling you, I've seen like what's
has
the name?
got-
What's the name of the big cemetery? It's man, I forgot.
Cross stayed up.
I forgot the name of the cemetery for all the veterans and stuff like that. It's a beautiful,
Where is it
beautiful
located?
place. I think it's in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a triangle.
Yeah, they whenever
The
row.
Pentagon.
No. Whatever row you look, it's like you just see the crosses like in a nice even angle in all the places.
Is it a
But
Pentagon?
shout out to all the veterans. Shout
Shout
out
out.
to everybody out there.
Shout out to everybody that fought for us.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out to our lives.
shout out to everybody that deserves peace.
That's all of us. All right, we're out of
Shout
here,
out
my
to
people.
And I have to say something.
Bye.
Shout out to Mr. Vaughn.
Yeah, bye.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
While you were saying that, it can